Hey, good morning. Here we are, Friday. Bible and DIY Bible 4 a.m. I used to do a DIY 4 a.m. wake up for about a year. It was kind of like my Torah study for DIY. It was, every Friday at 4 a.m. I was posting up a video about how to wake up early, how to do research, how to do DIY. It was just this campaign to try to promote DIY. I have a DIY channel, so DIY in 4D, 2D, 3D dimension, 4D. Anyways, there's the My Director. I wanted to give a little Friday morning. Not every time do I wake up I wake up about 3 a.m. usually every morning. And the last 2.5 years, God put a new calling, a new season. It's really a 1, 3, 5. In Proverbs, you'll see the first year that God plants a vineyard in somebody. So that could be your salvation. It could be a new start to something. And then by the third year in Proverbs, we see that the vineyard, the grapes, they actually harvest. The first time that they harvest is 3 years later. And then the 5 is maturity, production, if you're a farmer, is when the grape is in the fullness and they're dropping. And you could still harvest, obviously, on the third year, but the whole design of 1, 3, 5, and you could go further into 7 and 10, are God's numbers on farming, God's numbers on starting a new thing. And really, I think what it comes down to is time, too, the most precious resource. So I thought it'd be a good time this morning. The reason is I'm officially next Thursday in my first class in graduate MABS, so Master's in Biblical Study. And for the last, like I said, 2.5 years, I've written 4 books, which I'm really thankful for. I have 5 total. And all 4 of the most recent ones, it took about 2.5 years. It's still a couple of them we're going to, revise the early part of next year. And if the Lord willing, we're still here. The tail end of December will be the time to really dive into those. But for now, I'm excited to kind of post this one up because I love studying, reading. I've always been a pretty okay student. B plus was kind of the normal for me all the way through. But I'm excited to start a new thing. That's the reason why I wanted to post that up is time's the most precious resource. And what we do with our time, I'm an entrepreneur. Like I said, I've always been a DIYer from the get-go at a very young age in my family. We were always hustling and having to fix and do things, 2 to 3 jobs. And so for me, I get excited about these things because I'm learning something new. And it's one of my favorite scriptures is, are we willing to be teachable, apt to teach? Are we willing to say, I don't know? And that's a good place to be. Stay humble, don't let pride creep in, and to always be moving forward in encouragement. In a time and season, eschatological studies right now of where the planet is, where the church is, it's a great place to be starting something new, whatever that is for you. It could be, homesteading. It could be a book. It could be a new creative business plan. But it's a great time to do those things because the majority of people are watching these headlines. They get caught up in the day-to-day programming that is run by the AI system. And what I mean by that is a lot of our headlines, a lot of the things that we see they're parroting. And by parroting, it'll be across all the global communications typically, definitely United States. If you haven't ever seen that, it's kind of eerie to see these clips where there'll be hundreds of news stations saying the same thing. And why that's dangerous is that, we're surrounded by violence and this anti-Semitism that's in the world and wars and rumors of war. So if you know your Bible, you know that Matthew 24, Luke 21, and Mark 13 are the parallel gospel books that are really helping us understand this end time eschatological move of we know what's coming soon, which is a 7-year great tribulation and a 1,000-year millennial reign. So what we do now with our time will directly impact how we are as disciples. That banner you see in the background, believe, follow, disciple, is the heart of My Director Studios, My Director website, and my ministry, which is really the office of evangelism. And in this, I truly believe there's this 30-fold, 60-fold, 100-fold, where 30-fold is, okay, believers. 60-fold are those that are picking up the next stage of their walks and starting to follow, starting to figure out, studying. And then those 100-fold fanatics, they are discipling every second. I have a group of men that I meet with just about every Friday. And we're fanatical. Campfire is normal for us. Campfire talk, where we are sharpening each other. We're in the book of Daniel right now, and we are just going for it. Like, we talk, we text. Every moment we can is Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. So this is a good morning for me to take a time out, kind of mark the timeline, because I have 20 classes. Okay, they're gonna, I'm paying to study the Bible, and so I'm gonna take full advantage of my time doing that, because I love the Bible, I love Jesus, and getting a master's in biblical studies it's a certificate. It's something to be proud of, obviously, but I hope that I'm still here 3 years and a half or 3 years and a quarter, whatever it ends up being, more than likely 3.5 years. And I get to post the last course. I'm doing research writing for my first course, and I love that stuff. I love research. I mean, I spend hours typically in all my books and studying is doing research. And then you get to actually do the writing part, which is fun. But you need that research. You need that development. So that, I don't even know what my last class is, but I'm excited for it. I'm excited for every single one of them. And I get to go to Southern California Seminary. And Dr. David Jeremiah did a great program here in Southern California with that seminary. And hey, new beginnings. So I hope your new beginnings, whatever that is for you, get into the solution, get into something new, to stay encouraging. To be an encourager in this time and season that we're in right now is a powerful thing. What you speak, and speaking life into people, you can't manufacture that. So if you're planting something new, if you're working on something, it's going to breathe in energy. And that energy is going to be about what Jesus hopefully is doing in you through that. So blessings to you this morning. Like I said, I just love to mark the timelines and post these types of videos up because, hey, if I'm, like I said, here in 3.5 years and we're doing course number 20, all praise and glory goes to him. All right. Shalom, shalom. Blessings to you.